Everybody, this is the Rabid Hedgehog, and this is going to be my ride review of the 2016 Yamaha R6 Super Sport. Generally, I'm not a sport bike rider, but I thought, why not? Alrighty. This thing is way more aggressive than I tend to like. And if you can hear him every once in a while, that's going to be Hoagie Bear on the FZ07. Oh wow, I got to stand way up on these pegs. Whew. I feel like I'm folded. I am too fat for this. Golly, though. This bike is very powerful. Has you super folded in. Good golly. Gotta figure out our stagger here. We'll be doing this review all in first gear because that's all you really need. Just kidding. But it does kind of feel like that. This thing does have quite a bit of power even in the first gear. Good golly, this is extremely aggressive. I'm not typically one for these things. But the R6 is a nice, simple, standard, just simple standard everyday equipment here. You just got the regular on-off switch on the side and start button. Oh, now he's finally going. And then you got the on the left side your bright, and then also your let's see, turn signals and your horn and everything. Sorry about that. Lost my train of thought because we were finally getting our correct stagger formation. Then up here, you can sit here and go through your trip odometers, your regular odometer, track time, and all that good stuff there. You do have your bike's temperature right there on display as well, and a clock, along with your digital speedometer and a nice large analog tachometer with shifting light. You can see your service engine light right there. Okay, along with everything, you got your turn signal indication. You also have your neutral light. You have your temperature light, your fuel light, and your oil light as well. Just waving us on. Golly, this thing is super, super aggressive. Especially for me, being 6 foot tall. I mean, I feels like I have to, it's just too short for me, to be honest. I mean, the way I have to curl my legs up on this thing, I understand it's an extremely aggressive style riding position, but my height, it's not working at all because I can't get down into the tank. I know I got a belly too, that doesn't help. There we go. Going over these broken roads, the suspension on this thing is extremely track orientated, so it's not soft suspended at all. Very aggressive, designed more for the track for sure. Not the most comfortable, but it's not, then again, it's not really supposed to be. This one really is designed for the track. Engine braking on this bike is considerably decent, actually. Very good engine braking there. this thing is just so... Now the mirrors, they're very well, they're very good. I mean, because you're going to be going dang high speeds on this bike, obviously, so you get good visibility off of these. Oh, and down here, if you didn't see that, there's a select reset button for the options there. Forgot to mention that. I swear that's a shift light. You guys can correct me in the comments below if you want, but I think that's what that is. I just haven't got to where I can A, see it when it's on, or B, got to where I actually need it. But I mean, you can get crouched down on this thing, and it's a highly aggressive. Sit on your wrist quite a bit. Like I said, just for my frame, it just doesn't seem quite big enough though. Like the ZX14, I've ridden those. Those things are aggressive seating position, but for a taller person like me, they seem to work much better. This one just seems way too compact for my size. That's what I'm going to say on that. Then, like I said, I'm not normally the typical sport bike person. I typically like to ride your standard bikes or cruisers and things of that nature. I don't typically do these, but I don't mind reviewing them. Don't mind riding them at all whenever I get a chance to. This thing has perfect fueling for sure. Oh man, it's the bumps. Woo! This is not a long distance ride. Definitely more comfortable than the 636, at least the seating. To me though, I think the 636 has a little bit more to it in power. Not by much. I know it's a little bit bigger engine too, and that probably is the reason why. Well, this bike is darn near perfect in fueling. Very nimble chassis too, very well balanced as well. So much faster. That's what the problem is with these follow me rides, but that's alright. Still a great overall bike, the R6. So I've been on some other super sports like the 636 and the 600RR, and I like this one. Pretty much it's the second place to me. I think the Gixxer is going to be third place. The GSI or the Ninja 636 will be first place, then this one's second. The Gixxer is definitely the third place ride, and the CBR just seems to be kind of lagging behind these bikes these days. And I know the R6 hasn't had too many changes to it, but it doesn't seem like it needs them. I mean, like I said, this is a very simplistic setup. I like the way it's done. These are perfectly balanced. The brakes are beautiful. I mean, the back brake is not bitey or anything. It's smooth. The front brake is the same way. It doesn't just overall just tear you apart when you put it on. It doesn't bite you to death. Just very well done. thing I'm noticing on this longer ride, I'm definitely getting a lot of heat on the left leg here. Something I'm not used to. Like usually on the Ninjas, they channel it better where it's more towards your feet, but this is definitely crawling up the left leg in terms of heat. I mean, it's pretty hot. So that's going to be the only detraction I see on this bike. Like I said, it might be great for if you're a little bit shorter than me. Like I said, I got a 32-inch inseam. I know this thing sits pretty high and almost at that point, but just where they bring these pegs up to, it is definitely just cramped, but usable. Definitely a track day bike, not an everyday bike. So at any rate, this is the Rabid Hedgehog. If you have any questions about the Yamaha R6, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to get back with you. I'll put the description, everything that's on the specs of this bike and stuff there, and that way, if you have any more questions, you can look at that description and check out all the specs. But this is a very good bike. Said not my cup of tea, not typically the super sport rider, but it's definitely not one of the worst bikes I've ridden. But then again, it's still not the best bike I've ridden because it's not that comfortable. But that's just my opinion. Like I said though, it's perfectly fine for a track day. It'll get you around pretty quick and reasonably. At any rate, we'll catch you on the next review. Have a good one.